Golden Freddy is a mysterious character that has appeared across the Five Nights at Freddy's series. While most people make videos speculating about who Golden Freddy is, I thought I'd take a look at his various appearances across the 10 years of Five Nights at Freddy's. Golden Freddy's first appearance was in the first Five Nights at Freddy's game, released on August 8th, 2014. Sometimes a poster of him would appear on Cam 2B, followed by him appearing in the office. If the player doesn't pull up the camera, he will jump scare them. Golden Freddy can also be summoned by typing 1987 into the custom night animatronic AI. This will be followed by a jump scare from Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy returned with an expanded role in Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Golden Freddy first appears in Night 3's end of night cutscene, and he stands in front of Freddy. On Night 6, Golden Freddy will appear in the office and his head will appear in the hallway. He will jump scare the player if they don't quickly put on the mask. Golden Freddy also appears in the minigames. He sometimes spawns in the Save Them minigame. In the Give Gifts Give Life minigame, after the puppet puts the masks on the dead kids, a fifth dead kid appears and Golden Freddy's jump scare plays. It's likely that this fifth dead kid is Golden Freddy's spirit. In the third installment of the series, Golden Freddy is mostly absent. In the bad ending, the heads of the Five Nights at Freddy's 1 animatronics are shown, and there's an extra head in the back. This is likely Golden Freddy, since he's the only original animatronic missing. In the Happiest Day minigame, when the puppet gives the final ghost kid their cake, they wear a Golden Freddy mask. It's speculated that this is Golden Freddy's spirit. The ghost kids disappear and their masks fall to the floor. If the player completes the game after doing this, they unlock the good ending, and all the animatronic heads are missing their light, likely signifying that they've been put to rest. Golden Freddy doesn't appear in Five Nights at Freddy's 4, but there is Fredbear. I'll talk about him more later, but he's seemingly an older version of Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy appears in the Silver Eyes novel and is possessed by a boy named Michael. The novels take place in a separate continuity, so nothing here matters for the game's story, but it's still part of Golden Freddy's history. It's also a good time to mention that Golden Freddy is very likely the possessed version of Fredbear. They look very similar in Ultimate Custom Night, they're both yellow bears, and in this book they're very clearly stated to be the same suit. Fredbear and Spring Bonnie were Springlock animatronics at Fredbear's Family Diner, which closed after William Afton killed Henry's daughter, Charlie. Afton was also Henry's business partner, and I assume Henry wasn't aware that Afton killed his daughter, since he opened Freddy Fazbear's Pizza with him. At Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, Afton killed 5 more kids, including Michael. One of the characters, John, saw Afton kidnapping Michael while wearing the Golden Freddy suit. This is pretty odd. This is the only time we've seen Afton using the Golden Freddy suit instead of Spring Bonnie. Afton killed Michael and likely stuffed him in the Golden Freddy suit. A decade later, when the main characters return to Freddy's, they find Golden Freddy, who unlike the other animatronics isn't hostile, and they realize it's Michael. At the end of the story, when the animatronics are about to kill the main characters, Golden Freddy appears and seems to stop them. For the first time in the series, Golden Freddy actually stands, albeit with no Endo holding him up. Golden Freddy quickly goes back to being slumped over and disappears after William Afton is spring-locked. Golden Freddy appeared in FNAF World as a playable character. After defeating him in battle, Golden Freddy is added to the player's party. His moves include Jump Scare, Haunting, and Rainy Day 2. The second novel, The Twisted Ones, has some more Golden Freddy appearances. Fredbear is briefly mentioned in the story, and later the main characters go to visit the original animatronics for help. The police chief Clay took the animatronics to his house after the events of the Silver Eyes. The main characters need help finding one of their friends, who was taken by Afton's animatronics. John talks to the lifeless animatronics and notices a flicker in Golden Freddy's eye. John explains their situation, and when he mentions William Afton, the animatronics begin convulsing. The animatronics break out of the house to confront Afton, and that's the last we see of Golden Freddy. While Golden Freddy doesn't appear in the Fourth Closet novel, Michael does return as a spirit inside the amalgamation of animatronic endoskeletons. In Ultimate Custom Night, Golden Freddy's Five Nights at Freddy's 2 appearance is a selectable enemy. Just like in that game, Golden Freddy will appear in the office and the player needs to put on the mask or pull up the monitor to avoid his jump scare. If the player watches all of the game's intermissions and achieves a score of 9,800, they unlock a cutscene with Golden Freddy in his Five Nights at Freddy's 1 appearance. He's shown twitching as he grows more and more distant and eventually disappears. If the player sets Old Man Consequence's AI to 1 and they catch a fish, they're sent to his area from FNAF World. A Freddy sprite talks to Old Man Consequences, who tells them to leave the demon to his demons and move on. This is likely Old Man Consequences telling Golden Freddy to leave William Afton to suffer. The Freddy sprite is likely Golden Freddy, and they can drown in the lake, resulting in the game crashing. Drowning in the lake likely leads to him moving on, which is what him disappearing in the ending represents. A lot of people think that Golden Freddy is the one tormenting William Afton in Ultimate Custom Night, but Fazbear's Frights implies it's Andrew. Golden Freddy's an additional playable character in Freddy in Space 2, which is a game Scott Cawthon made for Game Theory's St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital fundraiser. Golden Freddy's unlocked through completing certain tasks. He's pretty weak up until level 4, but his It's Me attack becomes deadly at max levels. Golden Freddy appears in the graphic novel adaptation of The Silver Eyes, with pretty much the same role as in the original novel. In the Fazbear's Fright short story, The New Kid, Golden Freddy makes an appearance. Three kids, Devin, Mick, and Kelsey, find a Golden Freddy springlock suit in an abandoned Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Devin convinces Kelsey to put on the costume, and when he does, he's springlocked inside the suit and left bleeding. Devin and Mick feel guilty, and Devin eventually returns to see if Kelsey is still alive. Kelsey's body is missing from the costume. Devin reaches his hand inside the suit, and Golden Freddy's jaw clamps down on him. Inside the costume, Devin sees a body with curly black hair, right before his shoulder is sucked into the suit. It's never explained who this body is, and things get even more confusing when the ending reveals that Kelsey is still alive, and befriending two more kids, who will likely be his next set of victims. It's not clear if the story takes place in the game universe, and it has no clear ties to the Stitch Wraith storyline, which appears to be connected to the games. Some people think the body in the suit might be Andrew, who is implied to be the vengeful spirit in Ultimate Custom Night, but nothing is confirmed. Golden Freddy was added to the Five Nights at Freddy's AR game on December 20th, 2020, as a reward for the community quest. Golden Freddy uses his Five Nights at Freddy's 1 design, but appears to be made of solid gold and his arms are disjointed. His gameplay acts as a combination of multiple character behaviors. His battle plays out in 3 phases, with his behaviors chosen at random. Golden Freddy uses the phrase, "It's me," during his gameplay. Strangely enough, Golden Freddy doesn't appear in the Twisted Ones graphic novel, although Michael is still mentioned. In FNAF AR's Dark Circus level, there's the Great Escape Golden Freddy skin. After defeating Ballora, Golden Freddy will start appearing on the screen along with It's Me. The player will then have to fight Great Escape Golden Freddy. After defeating him, the player is shown all the animatronics deactivated, but Great Escape Golden Freddy's eyes turn back on before the level ends. Golden Freddy doesn't really appear in Security Breach, but the Golden Glamrock Freddy plushie is simply referred to as Golden Freddy. I assume that was an intentional reference. The graphic novel adaptation of The Fourth Closet features Michael, but once again no Golden Freddy. The fanverse installment POPGOES Arcade has a subtle reference to Golden Freddy. When fighting Dead King Freddy, if the player attacks him when the lasers are yellow, it'll deal extra damage and make him fully yellow. This seems to be a reference to Golden Freddy. In the Tales from the Pizzaplex story, Pressure, the Pizzaplex has an Urban Legends Roleplayers Auditorium. This role-playing area is set up to allow people to reenact many of the rumors and stories surrounding Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The story briefly mentions that the role-playing area features a Golden Freddy costume. The graphic novel adaptation of The New Kid once again stars Golden Freddy. He mostly resembles his Five Nights at Freddy's 2 appearance, but with a red stripe on his hat. In the free Security Breach DLC, Ruin, there's an AR version of the Golden Glamrock Freddy plush. Once again, it's just called Golden Freddy. Golden Freddy appears in the troll game Freddy in Space 3 as Freddy's special ability. Golden Freddy's floating head from Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will teleport to nearby enemies and bite them to deal damage. In the long-awaited Five Nights at Freddy's movie, Golden Freddy has a small role. Similar to the novels, this is a separate universe from the games. Throughout the movie, there's a blonde ghost kid who Mike sees in his dreams. Mike is persuaded to give his sister Abby to the ghost kid, but he quickly changes his mind. However, it's too late. Golden Freddy arrives at Mike's house, where Aunt Jane is babysitting Abby. He attacks Aunt Jane, and currently her fate is unclear. Abby sees Golden Freddy for the first time, and the ghost kid appears and clarifies that this isn't Freddy. Golden Freddy and Abby call a taxi to get to Freddy's, and they scare the driver. When Abby enters Freddy's, Golden Freddy disappears and he's never seen again. At the end of the movie, after Willie Mafton is spring-locked, the ghost boy who is seemingly Golden Freddy watches him suffer. Golden Freddy has a small cameo in Help Wanted 2. During Fizzy Faz Night 3, if the player presses the shutdown button and pours every drink except salt into a cup and delivers it, Glitchtrap gives them a Golden Freddy memory plush. These plushies seem to be the memories of Afton's victims. After collecting all the memories, the player can access Princess Quest 4. In the courtyard, the Golden Freddy memory appears alongside the other memories. Golden Freddy has a small role in the newest game, Into the Pit. When the main character, Oswald, is playing hide-and-seek in the 1985 Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, he hides in the Golden Freddy suit. After his friends give up looking for him, the power goes out. The yellow thing enters the room, and Oswald holds his breath until it leaves. Throughout the game, the Golden Freddy suit can be used as a hiding spot. He also appears in the Secret Fetch minigame, resembling his Five Nights at Freddy's 2 sprite. Golden Freddy also appears in the It's Me and the Light of 87 achievement icons. Well, as of writing this video, it hasn't been confirmed, but Golden Freddy will likely return in the second Five Nights at Freddy's movie. As of now, that's all the Golden Freddy appearances. It's been interesting to see him appear throughout the 10 years of Five Nights at Freddy's. And despite all the raging lore debates surrounding him, Golden Freddy is an iconic part of the series. If you like this video, we have plenty more Five Nights at Freddy's content on our channel. Please consider donating to our Ko-Fi to support us and help fund future projects. Thanks for watching, be sure to subscribe, join our Discord, and follow me on Twitter.